Okay, for those of you that don't know, about 9 years ago, my biological father passed away, and he was experiencing like blood clotting and stuff like that. He did have really thick DNA, like really thick blood, and it's just a part of who he was. And he was heavy on drinking and stuff, but they put him on blood thinners. And when he passed away, I had to go through all of his stuff. I was about 26 years old. I had to go through all his stuff and take all the old medications and bring them back to the pharmacy to dispose of. And I noticed he was on like 2 or 3 different blood thinners, which he also was having like the dizzy spells, and blood thinners are very, very dangerous. I don't know if you're aware of this, but definitely check. Currently, my fiance and I went through a bunch of old cases of blood thinners that were given to him like years ago, but they just kept sending them to him. Even when he stopped taking them, they just kept sending him more and more and more. And they even advised him while he was taking the blood thinners to not stop drinking. Now, I understand going through withdrawal and that can shock your body, but everybody knows very dangerous when you are, if you consume alcohol and take any kind of pharmaceuticals or medication. And they should have known, telling him to not quit drinking, yet advise him that once daily he should take a shot, because these weren't the pill form. My father had taken the pill form for blood thinners, and he was getting like not seizures, but like blackout spells and stuff like that. And I think they even restricted his license just before the very end there, when he had his fall and he hit his head and had the hematoma, 2/3 of his brain. But so I'm sitting there and I'm going through, because at the Shoppers or at any pharmacy, they get you to dispose of especially syringes, even if they're not opened, into little bio boxes, and then they'll accept them. But the thing is that we're sitting there going through all these, opening the packages that weren't even open, and the amount that they sent him, even when he asked them to stop sending them to him, they advised him that he keep the old ones. And so he has like cases of these, and so we have to go through and open them all individually and dispose of them. But the fact that the pharmacies have decided not to go with holistic treatments, or even like the herbal remedies or things like that, I believe that pharmaceuticals can be used for good, but at the same time, a lot of them are just prescribed, and they're not using caution when it comes to giving people things. And then when somebody has a heart attack or something like that, because that usually follows suit, they blame it on, well, they were sick anyways, instead of maybe possibly the medication that can cause certain side effects. So I'm really concerned about this, and going through just seeing the amount that we had to open up and dispose that he was going to be taking day after day after day, injection shots in this case, is just, it's disgusting. And the fact that he has thick blood, well, some of us are just born with that. Like if you get a scratch or something like that, and it just really coagulates really quickly and you heal really fast. Yes, there can be issues and complications that can arise due to the fact that you have a thicker type of blood. But at the same time, if you're on blood thinners every single day, and this is a continual thing, and I guess they expected him just to stay on it in order for certain things to function, instead of finding another way, is really concerning. And the fact that not only my father passed away after he was already on this medication, there may have been many other factors, don't get me wrong, but also the fact that my current fiance, he had his heart attack after he was on these blood thinners. It really, really does irk me a little bit, and it does upset me a little bit that pharmaceutical companies know very well what they're doing, and even though they advertise and put on warning labels on medications, I think that personally the doctors and anybody that has to go through any kind of doctorate should be taught to also use herbal remedies or anything like that, and not just ignore what all our ancestors have learned over centuries for healing the body and healing self. So I don't know if you agree with this, but if you do, please like, share, subscribe, and hit me up in the comments below what your views on this is, what your opinion is about all this, and any experiences that you may have gone through yourself when it comes to pharmaceuticals and what they prescribe you versus trying the natural route, or at least another route. Okay?